Well, I think that we know even the Republicans who masquerade as MAGA Republicans privately bemoan the course that that party has taken, and oftentimes are quoted on background to many political reporters complaining about Donald Trump, complaining about the way things are. I think what President Biden did so effectively was give Republicans, disaffected Republicans who don't want their party to keep going down this path, he gave them permission to vote with the Democrats in the 2022 midterms. He gave them a reason and a rationale to put democracy ahead of traditional partisan politics. This was a setting the stakes for the election conversation that needed to happen. And oh, by the way, he was upholding the very words that his oath of office includes: protecting and defending the Constitution. The Constitution, our way of democracy, is under threat from MAGA Republicans. They don't try to nominate candidates who believe in the big lie, who go out there and say they're going to overturn free and fair elections. The president upheld his oath of duty, and he gave people a rationale and a reason to change the channel from MAGA Republicans and choose democracy over that.
Yeah. Well, listening to that, Michael, and in spite of the incredibly high gas prices earlier this year, fortunately have since come down, inflation and the like, a recent NBC News poll shows threats to our democracy as the most important issue facing the country. I mean, clearly President Biden is tackling that head on. Is this now the Democrats' midterm message? And can this get enough traction and avoid the thorny issues I was just citing within the economy?
Look, Democrats can argue policy and also argue passion. History is repeating itself. In 1939, 20,000 Nazi sympathizers went to Madison Square Garden and held a rally about true Americanism. In 2022, the Republican Party at CPAC had Viktor Orban stand up and say that races should not mix. They said that the Republicans were domestic terrorists. They called themselves domestic terrorists. When there was a coup on January 6th, it wasn't the Chinese, it wasn't Iranians, it was Trump supporters, it was Republicans. We've got to do something about that. And Joe Biden went forward and made a speech that I think history is going to remember. He actually put a stake in the ground and has said, we're going to fight this. And that's what this election is going to be about.
Yeah. It was a very powerful speech. Let me ask you, Kurt, when the new Wall Street Journal poll came out, it found that President Biden would defeat Trump if the 2024 presidential election were held today. Biden holds a 6-point lead over Trump, 50-44. A few months ago, some Democrats were questioning whether President Biden should still be the candidate in 2024. Are we seeing a completely different president than we saw then?
I think we're seeing the same president. This was a president who told us when he was running for president that he had a certain amount of goals: getting us through COVID, rebuilding our economy, getting a grip on prescription drug prices, making infrastructure weak not a punchline and a joke, but actually making it happen. He's done all of those things. And he also said time and again, we are running to save the soul of our democracy. This is a battle for the soul of our nation. What we saw from the president the other night was an extension of that campaign theme. He hasn't changed. I remember those conversations, and we had them on this show about certain Democrats kind of weighing whether or not he should run again and expressing consternation. And I said then, and I mean it now, do not fall for that trap. Do not buy into the right-wing conversation on President Joe Biden. By all objective measures, he has been a historically successful president. He will continue to do so. And we need to line up behind our guy, not show weakness, not buy into the Beltway thinking, and move forward with force and with enthusiasm. And I think that's what we're starting to see from Democrats right now as Republicans are self-detonating and imploding.
Okay.